In this video, let's go over the very common SEO mistakes that a lot of my clients and students of this course make, and I get asked about all the time. And first, let's just go over the general mistakes. The first one I see.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
The most often is people don't want to learn or do SEO. Sure, they try it a little bit, it's frustrating, they quit, and they look to hire freelancers at Fiverr and Upwork.com. And there's no shortage of freelancers who tell you that they're amazing and they'll do everything for you. But what really happens is 6 months later, there's no ranking and a lot of money wasted because most of the freelancers there, or even people calling themselves a SEO agency, at the end of the day, they're relatively beginner. Half of them are taking courses just like this at the very time that they are selling their SEO services. And I know because a lot of them are my coaching clients. I literally coach people on how to do SEO. They sell the services before they know how to do the service. And for me, it's funny, but then it's kind of sad because I see a lot of people wasting money hiring unqualified freelancers who, even if they are qualified, use all kinds of shortcut tactics that just don't work anymore. And you can't just blindly hire some freelancer and hope for the best because it doesn't happen like that. Usually the worst case is going to happen. They're going to take your money, and because you won't know how to interview them, what to look for when hiring, how to check their work, you won't know if they're doing a good job or not. So you have to learn, and honestly, it's not that hard in the end if you apply yourself. And likely SEO is very important for your business. So if it is, learn that, have that skill in-house so you can do it and not be depending on freelancers. That's what I did many years ago, and it's paid for itself many, many times over. And some business owners try to buy links from freelancers, so they don't hire freelancers long-term to do their SEO. They just hire them to buy links, which again has a number of problems associated with that. First, Google doesn't allow buying links. You can get penalized. Second, most likely those links will come from low-quality websites, which will not impact your ranking anyway, even if they sneak by Google. The other mistake I often see, and this is something very correctable, is people neglecting extensive keyword research and not filling out their meta title and description tags with the right keywords. Those are so easy to do, and they're so important that you must do it. And I'm sure, since you're taking this course, I'm sure you will do it because we spend a lot of time on this issue. But at the same time, I see this mistake all the time, so it should be said. And lastly, also, a lot of people buy a lot of fake social promotion, fake likes on Facebook, or low quality likes, shares, retweets, whatever's. Doesn't really help. It helps if you have a more engaged following, then your social sharing to more engaged audience who actually reshares it naturally, organically, and in a real way. That actually helps your SEO, not faking it. Now, let's talk a little bit about link building mistakes specifically. There's a lot of confusion about should you get links from directories and how? Well, long time ago, probably around 10 years ago, Google said links from directories no longer work. But at the same time, some people call websites like Yelp or yellowpages.com or large niche directories, they call them also directories. And we know that those links are citations that can help us. So what's the difference? What Google really wants us to do is not get links from low quality directories, irrelevant sites, or irrelevant directories. But if you do have a listing on Yelp or a site like Yelp, that's a directory, but that link still helps you as a citation, and definitely spend a lot of time making sure that your listing there is good and you have reviews so that that citation actually is stronger. So it's not a matter of you have it or you don't have it. It's a matter of if the directory is a high quality directory, it's still good. And if you invest time and effort into making your listing amazing there, it's even a little better. But certainly don't spend time on very low quality kind of spammy directories that just post links. Those don't work. Also, cross-linking, like if I link to somebody and they link back to me, obviously that's easily detectable. And for about 10 or 15 years now, Google said that doesn't work anymore. People still try to do it because it's so intuitive, but it just doesn't work. Also, no article spinning if you don't know what that is, or writing bad articles. Just don't even worry about it. That doesn't work anyway. And similarly, guest blogging on low quality or irrelevant sites, Also doesn't help. Guest blogging on high quality relevant sites, sure, that's great. Also, a lot of people ask, what if you buy expired domains that have domain authority from their previous owner, right? When they used to be in business, they got some domain authority. When they expired, they didn't lose all the domain authority. What if you buy those and have those redirect to your site and give you a little bit of link juice? That also no longer works, or works extremely minimally in a way that it's not a strategy that you'd use today. Also, a lot of people try to leave comments on YouTube and blogs and post their links in the comments. Now, that hasn't worked for many, many years. A lot of cheap freelancers will do exactly that for you, but don't hire that, and make sure that anybody you hire, if you hire, don't do that, and you yourself don't do that. Now, you can get a little bit of traffic if you post a comment with a link, but very likely it's going to get marked as spam and not even show up, and certainly it won't help you with your SEO, just waste your time. So those are things not to do, and hopefully the one confusion point about directories, when they're useful, when they're not useful, hopefully that was also cleared up, because that can be confusing.